looks totally different to me when I see it from this.
Yeah.
From this angle. All right, final game. In the bottom left, we have our Zerg player. All the pressure on Prime rests on his shoulders. He is...
Boom, boom, Prime!
What happened?
It's just the way it comes out when they were like that.
Caught you a little off guard.
It just like sounded like it was painful for him to read. In the upper right.
Try not to laugh.
I know. This player, very solid. Can he do it? Can he win it for the team, Fnatic? He is...
Fnatic Radical Alive!
Now, in Korean, when you spell his name, you use double sound. That's why his name is spelled with double B's.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people actually in the foreign scene call him B4. He's got two. He's got two sets of capital B's in his name. I like that nickname. Well, I mean, on this map, it's massive. We will likely see Alive go Command Center first. Most people are doing that on this map these days, and he's already made 13 SCVs without a barracks. No SCVs sent out. Definitely going to be Command Center first.
Definitely.
And of course, our Zerg will do the same.
This is just a map where, like, unless you're going to proxy stuff, there's no way
and would you ever
touch the guy.
Would you ever proxy on this map? I mean, it's like a 4-player map that's massive. There's no real smart place to proxy except the middle, I guess.
Actually, you know what? If you were going to proxy, like 2 racks, let's say, I would do it right in the middle. People are not crazy by the watchtowers. It's actually... The watchtower is actually such a long distance than if just going up. Let's say the Zerg, for instance, Zerg scouts up with the drone or to the right with the drone. Never going to go by that.
Something to think about as well is, you know, if you put the proxy, for example, below the watchtower a little bit closer to the south, you know, you take a little bit more of a risk because if your opponent's at top left, you know, you might be there, but you're proxying anyways. So like, there's a lot of different ways you could do that. I mean, you can make proxies work here if you take super risks, but both these players are safe players. This is the final game. I'm not going to put something on the line like a proxy, not with a faster pool. That's not going to happen. This is, I mean, everything comes down to this.
Yeah, it all comes down to this. We are here at the rubber match, guys. And again, guys, thank you for joining us here today. Viewers in the studio, we hope you are enjoying the ability to hear the audio that we have.
I know
you guys out here. I know they are. Somebody like throws a tomato at me as I say that. I'm like, oh, why do we do this?
Where'd you get a tomato from? You brought it in your backpack. You knew we were going to say that?
You brought tomatoes?
I don't like tomatoes, actually.
What?
Yeah, I don't like them.
You're one of those dudes that doesn't like tomatoes?
Yeah, I'm one of those.
What kind of what? No, what about baby tomatoes?
Nope. Won't touch them.
Is it the texture?
Yeah,
of it?
something like that. Yeah. Because, for example, of course I'll eat pizza sauce. That's fine.
Right. Actually, you know, I have this with mashed potatoes.
Ah, okay.
But I think that's actually because my grandmother force-fed me mashed potatoes when I was a kid.
Oh, wow. That's terrible.
And then, like, when I tasted them, I'm like, oh, God. Because a while ago, I thought there was some ice cream on a plate, and I took a scoop and bit into it, and it was like mashed potatoes, and my brain went haywire.
Oh, man. Because I know that because you get the same scoop. You know, use the same scooper.
Yeah.
Well, these two SCVs are trying to get out, but they're not very strong.
Trying to parkour down the
edge.
They're bad at it, so when they get to the bottom, they just break their legs. Like, oh, God, you can't jump from that high. It's really dangerous, man.
Yeah, not even in a robot suit. Fast third command center coming out for Alive. This often happens on this map as we push our way into the mid-game. Both players taking every risk possible because it's such a huge map. And not only is it a big map, we're cross positioned, so it's the furthest rush position possible.
The main bases are as far away as it is physically possible on a professional StarCraft 2 map right now.
Yes. We call this map slowest map possible.
Slowest map possible. Yes, thank you, Wolf.
I want to clarify, a lot of people still ask me this. Did you make fastest map in StarCraft 2? I see that the idea is Wolf. No, I did not. This is a huge attack, by the way, from Boom Boom. He is heavily committed to this. There's only one bunker, not a lot of Marines out right now, and he is going to lose some SCVs, and he's going to have to lift for sure. No matter what, 10 drones being made behind this, but this is a huge attack.
Well, you know what?
Oh, he's not even in the bunker.
But the depot's blocking it. And, wow, that was...
Well, he's not committing for some reason. You know, he could actually go in there, but he doesn't know his opponent has a fast third command, so he doesn't know there's no Marines on the high ground. By no, I mean very few. There are some Marines on the high ground.
Right. Well, unfortunately, that attack did nothing, and Alive's in great shape right now.
There he goes. I was a little bit surprised.
All right. Here we go. Nice.
Well, this was a little bit weird the way he did it. I thought he would just target down some SCVs, but now he's going to get nothing. Okay.
Wow, that attack was actually terrible.
I think there was a lot of indecision by Boom Boom. In total, killed 6 workers. And, I mean, that's okay. Fast third command center, though, will replace those workers very easily, as well as the triple mules. It's going to not really affect his economy all too much. And he's lost so many lings that now he's not going to feel weird about moving out with his Marines. As you can see, he's moving out just a little bit right now.
Yeah, probably wants to try to get rid of any overlords that are hidden. You can see there's one right up there.
Yeah.
But he's going to check over here anyways. You might as well. Remember, creep spread is doubly important on this map because it's so big that if you're, let's say that you're playing like some of the other Zergs that we've seen who have not been spreading their creep today. No names going to be given here. I think, you know, well, you're just not going to have any good engagements. You need to have the creep spread out.
You absolutely do.
And it's harder to do on this map because you can't miss a beat.
And if you lose all of your creep, or if if your opponent is pushing you hard and you lose your creep once across the map, you know, it's going to be really hard to replace it because you have to do so much work. If you lose your queens, I mean, things can get out of hand.
Yeah.
The upgrades for these two players fairly even. 1-1 started for both. Lair is on the way as is factory tech. I mean, basically we're seeing the production tabs show that Blizzard actually made a really good game with how like balance goes and how the different races operate separately. But I really I think that this game is going to go late. The question is, what type of composition are we going to see from the Zerg? Will he stick with Lair tech long, like we've seen some of the other Zergs
today? One of the things about this map is like Broodlords can be good, but I don't think they're as good on this map because
this is the worst map for Broodlords.
Yeah, because there's so much surface area in the center, and it's not a complex surface area. It's actually just very basic. It's basically like a plane with like a few holes in it.
There's no high, low ground areas. There's no areas that Broodlords can hide from Marines. If your Broodlords have no support for any moment in time for any reason, the Marines will start under them and kill them. So you have to be very careful about that. For the same reason, you know, Ultras may be the unit of choice, but Ultras recently have not been seeing a lot of use, and when they are used, it seems like most of the time the Zerg player loses those games.
Yeah, well, the problem sometimes is like, you know, Ultras are so strong only if they're with Zerglings.
Yeah.
I mean, you can actually like kite, you know, like Ultras pretty well. I mean, fan out your army and stuff like that if you're using Marines, but yeah, I think, I don't know. I don't know the best way to play this, but we'll see. You could actually go Broodlords. You just have to move the fleet of Broodlords like perfectly with the Infestors under it and everything like that. But then the problem is also they're so not mobile and the map's so big.
Yeah.
You know?
So you have to be. I mean, well, hold that thought. We're gonna have a huge Zergling counterattack. He's making use of the Zerglings he made early on. He's making a lot more as well. But yeah, the Broodlords, if you babysit them perfectly across the map, if you're like the most patient slow pusher, you can make it work. We'll see. He's got Hive Tech on the way, indicating very much so that he wants to go for that fast, either Broodlord or Ultralist Tech. With no Spire, just... Oh, wow.
Queen goes down.
This could be the end of his base as well, depending on how well he might
Look at that kiting. He hasn't lost a freaking thing yet. Oh, nice. He's going to go right behind the minerals. Now here come the Banelings.
He targets them down.
Oh, my God. He was like actually doing... That attack killed so much stuff.
Yep.
Really nice.
Very cost efficient. Many fewer resources lost for Alive at this point. His third base is being put up a little bit late, but that trade was so nice for him. But with this, even though he traded well, he lost his army, and this gives the Zerg the opportunity to continue to push the creep. He's only spreading it in one direction, but in that direction he's spreading it well. I'd like to see him branch out and start spreading it in the other direction, because, you know, if you only spread it in one direction, that makes you vulnerable.
Yeah, well, I mean, you want to be able to have access to the bottom right side of the map, because the next base is going to hold on, actually. All right, he's going to come up here. If you can get around over here.
He's to target the Banelings.
He's not targeting the Banelings. Oh, but you know what? He's actually splitting so well.
That was amazing.
Really nice.
I mean, he left the Marauders back so that he could potentially kill the Banelings with them. But, you know, he just pulled his Marines away. That was the most important unit for him. Well done. Adrenal Glands on the way as well as Infestors. No Hive Tech per se. You know, I mean, no Broodlords, no Ultras Cavern.
He could just keep it, you know, highly upgraded. You know, we call them like cracklings.
Yeah, cracklings. Call them out in StarCraft 1.
Yeah, he could just keep it that and Infestor that.
He may.
You know, I mean, that's probably a more mobile way to play it. I guess you don't have to either get Broodlords or Ultras. You don't have to use Hive units.
Yeah, that's very true. Especially if you can continue to trade well with the Bio Army. Right now the supply is dead even. And 2-2 upgrades finishing for both players around the same time. I would not say that either player is ahead. The one thing that Boom Boom really has for him, though, is that he has the 4th base up. Oh, this drop may be shut down simply by the Spore. It definitely will be heavily damaged at least. He's got so many Zerlings. He's going to shut this down, but he's going to have to pull drones for a little bit. He's not actually reacting well enough to this.
Well, I've seen Boom Boom do this a couple times where he sends his army, but it's like streamlined. It's not like a group. Another drop over here, taking out some drones, doing the damage it needs to do, and picks up the backset Alive, doing a good job multitasking by the way Alive. Ahead of the Zerg, which is unusual in this matchup, at 176 supply to 135.
Yeah, and he's going to go for this money pool. He's going to stop Adrenal Glands potentially here. He will. He will get the pool.
Okay, nice.
Well done.
And only one ring gets out of that guy's going to get a purple heart.
He definitely will. But, you know, Tasteless, the Ultralisk Cavern has finished. He has made his tech choice. Against this many Marauders, though, that are heavily upgraded, I'm not sure how effective they're going to be. He's got to be careful about these Banelings. Nice Marauder wall at the front. The Marines being pulled back prematurely.
Yeah, he's splitting, though, pretty well now. If he can bum rush the Infestors.
Oh, this is looking really good for Alive. He's doing just what you said. He is bum rushing the Infestors. The bundles were good, but the Marines were spread for the Banelings, and that was twofold effective against the Infestors as well.
These Medivacs have enough to keep on healing here. Actually, I think we're about to see this game, and I think it's just close enough. Yeah, but there's not enough Lings here, and he lost that base. And the Terran can keep pushing forward. Oh my god, you know all these Overlords too.
You have to remember, not only does spawning pool stop at Drone Lands, but it means no more Lings.
Yeah, and what was he making the entire time?
Lings.
To attack him, Lings. So the Ultralisk, like I said before, he can actually out-micro these Ultras, or he can just actually shoot them and, you know, do whatever he wants, I guess. But
well, he's 50 supply up, you're right. He can basically do whatever he wants.
And it looks like Fnatic is going to win this. Wow.
Just look at the power of Medivacs. I mean, all these units in the red, but they're still alive. The damage output is insane.
And I see a big banana grain on Juani's face as he is actually, looks like his team's basically done it. Now, it looks like he may, in fact, well, actually, no, if you look at the mini-map, excuse me, there's actually a parade of blue going down towards, to reinforce this.
Yeah, he just needs to get his units all together for a second. Once he does that, he will be able to finish off the Zerg player. Boom Boom, you know, and Prime, I cannot believe that Fnatic was able to do this. I mean, they have really impressed me this season, taking out the champion as well as I am the favorite, and that's back-to-back victories.
Yeah. They're on a roll right now. Fnatic bonus. So I think a lot of this actually comes down to Juani's ability to bring out the players in the correct order.
Correct order.
Really well done.
You know, Moon doing a great job starting things off, for example. And Boom Boom is dead, but he has not yet come to terms with this fact. He's trying to make more Ultras right now.
Well, I think if we told him that, Alive is basically maxed out at 192, man, oh man, oh man. All right, well, Alive's not done. He's going to continue to close in here. You can see Boom Boom in the booth kind of slouching a little bit as he's going to have to, accept the fact that this is over. It was down to the rubber match, and he wasn't able to pull through.
GG.
Wow.
Fnatic wins. Alive, the closer. And this sentiment is felt throughout the Prime bench that you just saw on the face of Boom Boom. Well done.
Well done,
Fnatic.
Alive. Congratulations, Team Fnatic and Fnatic fans around the world. It was close, but you know what? Fnatic had the better players. They put them out in the right order, and, they deserve to win.
Absolutely so. Now, Fnatic will advance to the winner's match of this group. Prime, of course, is not out of the GSL yet.
Wow, Boom Boom is crushed right now.
So crushed.
That comes with competition, man. There can't be winners without losers.
So true. Well said. And Prime will be playing against the loser of our next match. We just have the same type of group stage that you have in Code S that we have in the last part of GSTL. So if you're a Prime fan, rest easy. They're one match away from losing and being out of the tournament, but they're not out yet.
Yeah, there's still a chance. There's still hope. So maybe they'll do it. It's interesting to see kind of the shift in power and who's on top. As we've had so many seasons of Team League. Team League's been around for a while.
Yeah.
So,
and now it's cool to see a new coming team.
Yeah,
we've seen some of the players on this team play for other teams in the Team League in the past, but this team is compiled itself. They built, they've really built something here. They got a new team house. They got Juani coming in taking care of them, and it's been working. Whatever is going on in that house, it has been working.
Well, the players seem to be in high spirits. They're definitely, I mean, all the guys in Fnatic played well.
Yeah.
Today. It's interesting because, Creator kind of came back and did some damage, but you can see that as far as the team goes, I mean, Prime was not exactly complete.
No, not quite. The order that we saw it felt a little bit desperate. They seemed desperate to deal with
They seemed to panic. The moment that I saw Renneking come out, I was just like, now?
Yeah.
I'm not saying he has to come out last, but I just thought,
big risk.
Huh.
And if he loses, we thought, Prime loses, Rinking loses here. Rinking lost, Prime still brought things back with Creator. And, Moon, I would say, is the MVP by far. Definitely taking the early lead, forcing those top players out early. And, he just was a great, great asset to Fnatic today. And not only today, but the other days that Fnatic played as well.
Well, what I like when I see Fnatic playing versus today is just the balance on the team.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go and interview the coaches, I believe.
Yeah, the MVP and the coach.
All right, so when that's ready, we're going to do that. I think it's right now.
승자 바로 푸나틱 레이드콜인데요. LG IM에 이어서 프라임 팀까지 역대 우승팀을 한 번씩 꺾고 있습니다. 오늘의 주인공 MVP 선수 바로 한희석 선수입니다. 축하드려요.
Alive is the
네,
MVP today. You were wrong, Wolf.
네, 정말 오랜만에 받는 MVP죠. 기분 어떠신가요?
네, 거의 한 1년 만에 받는 MVP 같은데
네네.
기분이 새롭고
네네.
첫 해외팀 출전해가지고 이렇게
It's
좋은
been a year
성적
since I
거둔다는 게
received the MVP
믿기지가
for
않고요.
GSTL.
앞으로 이런 성적에 대해 더
And I'm happy that I
열심히
received
해가지고
this
더
for
좋은 성적을 내야 된다고
MVP
생각합니다.
for the team.
네, 한때 GSTL
And I will
최근
practice hard
중 한 명이었는데요.
and perform very well next time I
지난 경기
play.
때 승을 많이 못 쌓아서 조금 속상하셨을 것 같은데 오랜만에 마이크 잡았는데요. 하고 싶은 말 있으면 하시죠.
뭐 그렇게 마땅히 할 말은 없는데 일단 저희 팀원들이 워낙 다 열심히 해주셔가지고
네네.
무척 고맙고
네네.
저는 그냥 밥상 위에 숟가락 얹은 그런 기분이네요.
He's very thankful to his teammates.
알겠습니다. 자, 승자전에서는 슬레우스 이지 그리고 MVP
Without his teammates, he could not have received today's MVP award.
감독님과는 별개로 어떤 팀을 만나고 싶으신지 궁금합니다.
일단 뭐 지금 저희가 꺾은 팀이 다 우승팀인데 두 팀 다 우승팀인데 일단 제가 친한 팀원들도 많고 그래가지고
네.
슬레이어스 이지 팀을 한번 만나보고 싶습니다.
이길 자신
We've defeated
있으신가요?
all the champions of
저는 또
GSTL,
밥상에
like I am in
숟가락
Prime. So
네, 알겠습니다.
the next round, he
자,
wants
그리고
to beat
김성환
Slayers.
감독과도 이야기를
That's pretty cool.
나눠봐야겠죠?
Wants to beat all the champions
네,
of
감독님
GSTL.
축하드립니다.
네,
어떠신가요, 기분이?
네, 되게 좋네요.
아니.
그리고
얼떨떨해요.
얼떨떨
네.
하시군요. 자, 승자전에서는 이제 슬레이어스 이지와 MVP 팀
very
중
happy,
슬레이어스 이지를
and he
만나고
still
싶다고
can't
한희석
believe that
선수는
his team won
말씀하셨는데
today.
네.
어떤 팀 만나고 싶으신가요, 감독님은?
저도 개인적으로 한익수 선수와 같은
네네.
생각인데 슬레이어즈 이지팀에 좀 거기
He agrees with the live.
친하거든요.
He wants to beat Slayers in the
어떤
next round.
선수가 또 친하신가요?
이호준 선수도 그렇고 뭐 박진영 선수도 그렇고 또 뭐 문성원 선수도 그렇고 뭐 친분이 많이 있어서요.
네.
재밌을 것 같아요.
He's very friendly with the Slayers players, and he says it's going to be a really fun match.
맞아요.
그런 부분이 되게 재밌을 것 같아요.
네, 라이벌 매치가 성사될지도 지켜보도록 하고요. 자, 이제 한 경기만 이기면 4강 가죠. 각오 한마디 해주시죠.
사실 뭐 초반에는 전력이 별로 안 좋았다는 평이 있었어요. 초반에는 아무래도 저희가 멤버도 선수 중에 이렇게 두텁지가 않고 그랬는데 이렇게
A lot of people thought we would make it in the third round
열심히 해가지고 플레이오프까지
because we do not have as many players as the other teams.
가는 팀이 되도록 하겠습니다.
네, 다음 주
And
경기도
he is
기대하도록
just
하겠습니다.
really thankful to his players for
감사합니다.
practicing so hard.
네, 여기까지 기분
And he
좋게
wants to make the
승자전에
semifinals.
진출한 푸나틱 레이디콜을 만나봤습니다. 저는 내일 경기로 다시
Well, very good words I feel from both the MVP and the coach, and I really I like their attitude. Like, all right, we've already killed 2 GSTL champions. I want to get Slayers as well. They want to collect
But
them.
every nerd must die. No one leaves here alive.
Except alive. What is your opinion on the MVP? Because I actually discussed it with Calder. One time we had Juani's coming on.
Stop waving at me, Juani. I'm working right now, man.
Well, is your opinion on who gets the most kills or who finishes the last player as the MVP? Because I felt like it varied, but Calder strongly felt that whoever had the most wins was the MVP. What do you think? Is it situational?
I think it's situational.
I think so too.
I don't think it's actually a number thing. Do you know what I'm saying?
In my opinion, I feel like today I would give the MVP award to Moon, because even though Alive killed the player who was on a roll, Moon was the one who forced the situation to occur in the first place.
If Moon hadn't won that, they'll make it, but the entire thing would have looked different. Let's take a look at tomorrow's matches.
Yep.
And that will be casted by Artosis and Wolf.
Yep, should be awesome. It's going to be Startail against Enetosa. Startail, the runner-up from last season, so they got that Group B spot. And then, of course, next Friday on my birthday, it's going to be Slayers versus MVP, and the following Saturday it will be TSL versus FXO. So look forward to those
birthday
matches.
coming up, man.
Yeah, a week from today, man.
Papa Taste is going to pop out of a cake for your birthday.
Well, you just spoiled the surprise. I'm going to be so scared of every cake
I can't keep it a secret. You don't know when, though. It could be like 10 years from now and stuff.
There's like
I destroy your wedding. You're like, what the? Tasteless. Like
every time I see a girl carrying a cake from Fareeb, I get scared. I go hide.
Tasteless could be in there. Sadly, you're going to find out I accidentally baked myself into the cake and killed myself. It's just like nobody.
It was all for me, too. I feel so guilty.
All right, well.
It's been a good day casting with you. It was our first time.
It's a pleasure, man.
Really enjoyed it.
Yeah, thank you for casting something for me. Some of the days I've been sick or out of here, too. But we'll have Wolf and Artosis tomorrow. Thank you so much for letting me cast with you, Wolf. And thank you, viewers, for tuning in. We love you guys. And we will see you guys again for more awesome GSTL and GSL action.
That's cool, but if my friends ask where you are, I'm gonna say she went down in it.